Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for August 23rd, Monday, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. We have a Time for Change call this Wednesday night at 9, and a reverse aging health call. We're going to have Dr. Russ and Patty McPeak on that call, kind of like a follow-up and further information to discuss. When we know that we rest in the divine perfection of imperfection, where we can finally just relax and breathe, drop every desire or efforting to change the way things are. There is a purpose and a place for everything. Everything, even though the mind may have something to say, just let go and trust. Appearances of imperfection are absolutely perfect. This world, all the stuff that we all experience in different ways, everything is perfect. But see, we get caught up in trying to change things all the time. None of us are exempt from it. We're here to create an enlightened world, an enlightened life. Not just for a few of us, but for all of us. If one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with a success unexpected in common hours. Henry David Thoreau. We are much more powerful than we have ever imagined. We have the ability to manifest anything we desire just by continuously holding our positive attention upon it. This one tiny piece of knowledge is enough to create a massive transformation in our own lives and enlighten millions of people all throughout the planet. And yes, we are powerful divine beings who can easily sculpt the world around us, just like an artist sculpts a hunk of clay. And a lot of people, because of their ego minds, are saying, "Oh, that's not," that's very true. We have always been, we will always be human and divine. We are both. Yet, the most important thing is to realize that we are already natural manifesting beings who have the power to instantly and effortlessly sculpt this beautiful world we live in. You can see the distraction, feel the vibrational frequency in the heart-mind as I share these words. This is how we enlighten, how we create an enlightened world. And it's very important for all of us to understand that we were all born powerful beyond measure, because it is something that cannot be taken away from us. There is nothing we can do to change this. No matter how low we feel, we will always be the one creating our reality. And best of all, it's all coming from a divine, unlimited source that is all loving. We choose to simply realize and feel that this intimate connection to an unlimited source of energy, love, divine intelligence, and a universal wisdom is within us at all times. The moment we own this hidden enlightening power within us, it will be unleashed. As we let it out onto the world around us, we will see that we will be able to manifest anything. The more often that we give it away, the deeper we realize that it is a power that no one can take away. That's really important. A lot of people believe that, well, you know, I give my power, it'll be taken. I won't have any power because I just give it all away. It's a power that cannot be taken away. And with this understanding, that's when we begin to realize how truly free we are. A good quote from Rumi is, you know, we were born with wings. We are not meant for crawling, so don't. We have wings. Let's learn to use them and fly. To start manifesting in the enlightened world around us this week, all that is needed is a constant positive focus of our energy on the image and feeling of what an enlightened world is like for you. See it as if it has already occurred. So, how does it feel to already be living in an enlightened world? Notice how well you sleep this coming night, knowing that your enlightened world is already here. What do you want your new improved version of your enlightened world to look and feel like tomorrow morning? Write out a full description of the kind of world you want to co-create. Spend a few minutes a day improving upon it. Always thinking as if it is already here now. Focus your mind on it and notice how good you feel after you're done reading it. This isn't fantasy. This, you know, it is reality. Those that came before us trillions of years ago walked similar paths. Now they create universes. What do you think this is about? The most powerful thing that we have is our minds. And our minds can make any thought seem real or totally unreal. Our minds have the power to make us believe that a certain experience is physically happening to us when it's just our mind imagining it. What's really amazing is how quantum physics has proven how the brain waves of our minds are also impacting everybody's mind throughout the world. Proven, factual. The most powerful thing we have is our minds. And our minds can make any thought seem real or totally unreal. Our minds have the power to make us believe that a certain experience is physically happening to us when it's just our minds imagining it. What's really amazing is how quantum physics has proven how the brain waves of our minds are also impacting everybody's mind throughout the world. They know this world is based on the mechanics of a multi-dimensional hologram. So when you change one tiny piece of the hologram, the entire hologram changes as well. Every human being on this earth is now being called upon to tap into their most enlightened state of mind. This message is the universe calling to all of us to step up to the plate and hit a home run. We have a natural manifesting energy that will unleash itself once we have power over our minds. The moment we realize how to truly let go of the mind, then we will learn how to control it. It's really ironic, yet something this powerful has to have a hidden secret to it. The key to success is to focus our conscious mind on things we desire, not the things we fear. The key to success is to focus our conscious mind on things we desire and not the things we fear. Brian Tracy. The time has come for each one of us to realize how to harness this divine infinite power inside us. It is time now. By doing so, we can enlighten ourselves, create a more enlightened planet around us, by simply learning how to transcend our minds. We will tap into the infinite power behind it, and our whole world will be transformed. When we see the world from the eyes of the divine, we think differently. We feel and behave on a higher frequency, and soon everyone must catch on. Creating an enlightened world may seem impossible to some, ridiculous or miraculous, yet enlightenment is an inside job and is as natural as the light and warmth from the sunshine above. The secret to exploring the enlightened path is in being aware where you are focusing your attention. What type of awareness are you in? What kinds of thoughts are you producing and recirculating all day long? To place yourself in the state of imagining what an enlightened world may feel like is the very first step. Visualization, or visualizing a world whose foundation is based on kindness, sensitivity, vulnerability, and appreciation. Imagining this as the new hardware and core program for all mankind. Can you imagine this? Visualize it as already here now, and notice again how you feel inside. We have each been born or enter into body with an innate ability to live in a state of wonder. We can exist in divine harmony with ourselves no matter what is happening in the outer world. We also have the ability to materialize thoughts into physical form. This power doesn't necessarily make us enlightened, yet it can dramatically empower someone struggling in the dumpsters at their lowest level of consciousness to realize that their thoughts create their reality. This is, a lot of people say they know this, but our thoughts create our reality. This realization and awareness is our inherent gift that unfolds a real spiritual awakening inside. The secret to enlightening the world around us is always to enlighten the world within us. By learning how to love ourselves deeply and completely, just the way we are, we tap into the infinite divine power of grace, God, Source. When we are living 24/7 in this state of positive mind, connected to Source, an enlightened world must truly show itself to us. As this understanding spreads to your family, friends, it will move like a wave across the planet, creating an enlightened world around us that is a pure joy to live in. One individual who lives and vibrates to the energy of optimism and a willingness to be non-judgmental of others will counterbalance. Understand what this means. This is absolutely on the mark. One individual who lives and vibrates to the energy of optimism and a willingness to be non-judgmental of others will counterbalance the negativity of 90,000 individuals who calibrate at the lower, weakening levels while one individual who lives and vibrates in the energy of pure love and reverence for all of life will counterbalance the negativity of 750,000 individuals who calibrate at the lower weakening levels. One individual who lives and vibrates to the energy of optimism and a willingness to be non-judgmental of others will counterbalance the negativity of 90,000 individuals who calibrate at the lower weakening levels, while one individual who lives and vibrates to the energy of pure love and reverence for all of life will counterbalance the negativity of 750,000 individuals who calibrate at the lower weakening levels. Dr. David Hawkins. There's two powerful steps that we can take today to create an enlightened world around us. The first one, drop judging others. Drop judging others and raise your consciousness. Stop wasting your time judging others and finding fault with their level of emotional and spiritual evolution. If you spot it, you've got it. What you see out there is what is energetically being felt on our inner worlds. If you focus on how poor people are, you simply feel deeply impoverished on your inner world. It's vital that you focus all of your energies on the positive aspects of people. These will then show up with yourself. As you go through your day, notice what kind of energies, what kind of energy are you sending out towards people? The more you can embrace and express the beauty and love that resides at their core, the easier you'll feel it within you. The world around you will reflect what is happening inside you. Each time you allow the divine, all-loving and empowering energy of your divine self to be seen in others, you literally shift the vibration of this planet. Literally shift it. Do this enough and there will be more love, compassion, and harmony circulating through the planet. Second step, take inspired actions every day that open your heart. Every action that you take in your life sends out an energetic frequency to the world around you and impacts the kind of world we all live in. The movement of our thoughts and body literally shifts the molecules inside us and around us on a physical level. This mass energy movement is directly linked to the types of things that we manifest or don't manifest in our lives and world around us. Every time you take actions from an inspired, expanded heart, you send out positive energy, which magnetizes more of what you desire into your life and literally shifts the makeup of this planet. Imagine how amazingly beautiful and blissful this world would be in the event we all were taking actions that inspired us and gave us energy instead of doing things out of a sense of duty or drudgery. Every inspired action which we don't take also sculpts the world. Just like an artist hesitates to remove a piece of clay to unfold the masterpiece. When you hold back from doing something in this world, which you know brings you tremendous energy, inspiration, and joy, you are negatively impacting the frequency of this world we live in. You have the choice. We all have the choice to either use our bodies and minds to actively support the kind of world we want to live in or not. More and more so, whether you believe it or not, we are not in the Piscean. That was an era of destruction, enslavement, suffering, pain, conflict. We are in the Aquarian age. New horizons, new inventions, technology advancements. More going within. The age of Aquarius is going within. And this is proven fact for all of us. It's not, some people want to brush it off and, that's all made up. That's not true. That's not real. That's not possible. That's their ego minds out of their fear of discovering that it is the truth. So you imagine and understand each of us end up affecting millions on this planet. So instead of being distracted all the time from all this stuff out there, ups and downs, turns, and, haven't you noticed that it's always been that way? Sometimes seems to get worse. It's because of how we're being manipulated, controlled, and directed without our knowledge. It's how we're geared toward negativity, pessimism. So the world we are all living in currently is the world we have created. It's that simple. How have we created it? Through our thoughts, through our imaginations, and most of it probably is unconscious. So I think we all agree that through our heart minds, it's time that we step up to the plate, each of us, and focus on the God within us, and focus on the world that we all truly desire to live in. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies. And a lot of people on this planet have a very difficult time doing that. They've got to take drugs or, whatever it may be to artificially induce thinking that their bodies are relaxed. And we're masters. We just don't know it. It's time to discover that. So we relax our bodies. Our bodies are like sponges. Sponges absorbing all emotions and negativities, positivities, judgments, fears, stresses, worries, anxieties, manipulation, deception, hurriedness, all of it. But we carry that, and we call it stress. All this combines into stress. So as we continue to stress more and more, what happens to our bodies? They start to deteriorate. They start falling apart. Now, I don't think any of us intentionally, for the most part, intentionally do that. So when you identify something, if you know you're in stress, and you do once you focus, then why am I stressing? Why am I in a hurry? Why am I rushing this life? And you ask those questions. You go within, the God will answer. There's no need to. So, it's like this. You've got 2 legs, 2 ankles, and 2 feet. You picture a ball and chain and a shackle on the ankle, and you're dragging that through life. Now, the balls may even get bigger. So it's harder to move through life because of all the things that we harbor. All the things harbor about ourselves. Not forgiving, not caring, in turmoil, conflict. It just piles up and piles up and piles up. And then we get more frustrated, more fearful. So you picture it like your body's like a dump truck. Now, it could be clean and empty and free-flowing, or it could be just packed, overflowing, with all kinds of junk. So you decide to just power that basket on the back of that truck, lift it up, and dump it all out. Then, with the love that you are, rinse the interior of that bucket, So it's absolutely pristine and empty. That's when your body is completely relaxed. Head to toe, inside and out. That's when you start floating. We've all been there. You know, ever been in a hammock? You're just lying in that hammock, a little light summer breeze. Your eyes are closed. You go into a complete, total relaxation. You aren't thinking. You aren't worrying. You don't have a care in the world. And you're just lying in that hammock. It's almost as if there isn't even a hammock. You're just floating in the air. You might hear like a lawnmower off in the distance, a dog barking, but not disturbing, just lightly. Seems way far away. Children playing, and you aren't moving, and you don't care to move, and you don't care to use the body because you're not really in it. And have you ever noticed when you're in that state how wonderful it is? You're not wondering or wanting this or having that or getting this or that and stressing about this or that. It isn't there. There's no mind chatter either. That's gone. Because whether you realize it or not, in that state, you have stepped out of the ego mind. You're no longer in it. You're outside of it. And that's our natural state of being. And that's eventually what we will all experience. Not temporarily, but permanently, in the event we choose so. And when we do this, we move into the now, because we're focused on our breath. Our breath is divine, sacred energy. It always has been. We just don't pay any attention to it. We're not focused on it. We're more focused on everything external. And the externality is what gets us off track. We aren't interested in that. We aren't interested in the externality of the world that we created that we no longer care to be in. We're interested in creating a new earth, a new world. And the best way to master the ego mind is to step outside of it, is to leave it alone. So when we move into this understanding, and we're within, and we meet the God that we are, and we continually focus on our breath, listen to the breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth, we're in the now. And you notice, because I think all of us have been there one time or another, being in the now is moment to moment. Space between heartbeats. The breath. Have you ever heard of having a tomorrow breath or a yesterday breath? Doesn't exist. It's only in the now. And the more we practice being in the now, I'm not saying it's real simple, real easy for a lot of us, because it's hard for us to even stay in it for a few seconds. But as we practice it, we become more acclimated to it, because we start to figure out that it's our natural state of being. Then, peace, joy, bliss, all of it is discovered within it, not out there. So the body is completely relaxed. It isn't thinking. It doesn't have any concerns, worries, stresses, fears. In the now, focused on the breath. And with the God that we are, when we look at these bodies, because we're not the body. We never have been, we never will be. We're not the name, we're not the personality, we're not the character. We are the God within the body. So if you looked at your body, which is a good idea, and you see the inside area, and you see there's these, it's like a runway, right? It's running straight up your spine to the top of your head. these 7 color wheels of light. Some people call them chakras, some would call them energy vortexes. There's other names for them. But all in all, they're the etherical spiritual highway for the God that we are to flow through, which touches all the emotions, all the organs, everything that body is made of and with. So we flow through these energy vortex, these chakras. And we literally, this is how you understand that the God masters the body. Body doesn't master the God. But through the ego mind, a lot of us are convinced that the mind or the ego both control the body, not the God. And this is when many of us will eventually find out and learn that we are the power of healing, that we can heal these bodies right now, if we knew how, with the God within this body. Well, the majority don't, but they will. So all the things that block the God energy flow through these energy vortexes are all illusions. They're all created by the ego mind. Fear, guilt, shame, illusion, ego attachment. I mean, they're all illusions created by the ego mind. So the ego mind, in a way, is trying to stop you from discovering you. Because then the ego mind knows that it is not long, that its existence is not long anymore. So we all have parts of ourselves that are asleep, parts of ourselves that are awake. When I say parts, I literally mean that all of us are part of each other. The gods within these bodies are one. Now, when you look at the bodies, Frank and John and Mary and Bill, and they're all down there, and you're over there, well, they're separate. They have separate lives. They're different people than I am. Yeah, sure they are. The bodies, not the gods. When you look at the body, you don't see the body, you see the God. When you're in a state of enlightenment, you do not see the body, you see the God. You feel the God in others. There's a lot of wonderful things that are in movement on this planet, on it, above it, below it, and the reason is because each of us is becoming more awake every single day. So we reach out, obviously, to those parts of us that are awake, consciously aware, to a certain extent. That doesn't mean that the parts that are asleep we leave behind. We can't leave them behind because they're part of us. They just won't hear us in these meditations. They don't hear us. So that's why we reach out to the parts of us that are awake. Like all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And that includes everything. Everything and everything, nothing and nothing. That involves the archangels, the cherubim, seraphim, the archetypes. Ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesha, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda, Christ, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yeshua. All the off-worlders, galactic, celestials. All those from inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. All of our loved ones who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. And only those, out of all of those, that are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming of this circle of light, and the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. Now the off-worlders, celestial galactics, we only know a handful of them. Pleiadians, Sirians, Arcturians, Andromedans, Feline, Zeta Reticuli, Nords, Greys, Draco, Reptilian, Golden Pyramid, Avian, and of course there's countless others. Now, they've been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. The archangels, they're a civilization that vibrate at a different frequency than we do. We don't see them like we see each other, but we do interact with them, we meet with them, we talk with them, we converse with them. And believe it or not, some of us marry them. And they always have the same message. It's just delivered in so many different ways, and it really just ends up being, isn't it absolutely magna glorious to be alive in these bodies? The Ascended Masters, they've mastered ascension in the physical form, out of physical form, old pure consciousness, God form. We are mastering physical form, creating our experiences to perfect our creation. And all of us, from all the universes and all the existences, as light energy beings, are in the gigaplexes. One gigaplex fills this entire universe with not even an inch of sacred space to spare. These are trillions of universes coming from trillions of directions. And all of us who are consciously aware as part of each other, we are all together now, arm in arm, hand in hand, in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance, and we're all one, and we're all God, and we're all love. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We immediately form a circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. This light emanates from the God force, love, light, energy within each and every single one of us consciously gathered in this meditation. It is so bright that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. It would take 1 billion trillion suns just even to come close to its brightness. And this brightness is the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest deepest, and the purest of the purest purest, eternal love. And we are flooding this planet, head to toe, inside now, 24/7, with this deep, pure, eternal love. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe, unending. We begin to levitate above the planet. As we do, we're immediately met with this massive ocean of glitter. It's everywhere. Flashing and flickering, trillions and trillions, gigaplexes of flickering, flashing lights, multicolored, vibrant. We look at the point of reflections, and notice these little microscopic mirrors, perfectly etched, that we enter and discover that all of us are teachers and students with each other, of each other, for each other, all the time. Everyone that comes into your life, no matter how short, no matter how long, are either teaching you or learning from you, or maybe both. But we all do it. Imagine when we start to understand, instead of being critical, judgmental, and spending a lot of our time judging parts of ourselves, we're learning from each other. What am I learning from this person? What are they teaching me? Instead of, oh, look at them and la, la, la. This is another way to make sure that the ego mind doesn't come in. You're only focused on the now. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light that we created to remind us all that we are the power of healing. We are then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that we created that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We are then met with the white fire. This is a column of light that we created to remind us all that we are imbued from head to toe, inside and out, with a white fire armor, which is impenetrable, which emanates from the God force, love, light energy within each and every one of us. Never loses strength, never ever depletes. No demon possessions, no attachments, no lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies, ever. We are protected 24/7 eternally. Yet, only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequencies low enough, whether consciously or unconsciously, through hatred, greed, anger, deception, fear, worry, stress, judgment, ego, deception, envy, hurriedness, you will lower your frequencies low enough for you to breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. If you do decide to do this, you are immediately met with a double column of light that we created. The first one is the purple transmuting flame. This is the column of light that we created that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, sending them to pure consciousness where they are no more. Immediately behind that is the violet ray. This is a column of light that we created to remind us all that we can bring in the violet ray. We can cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our vibrational harmony of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest deepest, and the purest of the purest purest, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We are then met with the golden white pink light. This is a column of light that we created that reminds us all that we are the sun, the sunlight, the sun sets, the sun rises. We are the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams, the rain, the rainbows, the sky, the clouds, the soils, the mountains. We are everything. So the next time you see or view a sunset or a sunrise, an ocean front, a mountain view, a starry lit night sky. It's you. You're the beauty. You're the grandeur. You're the majesty. It always has been, always will be, ever beyond and forever. We continue to ascend above the planet. We immediately come into contact with this massive crystalline light tower. It sets center circle. We created this tower. It's larger than this solar system. In the center of the column, there's this massive oblong sphere. In the center of the sphere, there is this massive golden white bowl of light. It is surrounded by multicolored rings of light, too numerous to count. And all of them are sending these waves. It's like electrified, sparkling energy. It's not like a rain or water, and it's an energy, and it just envelops us and saturates us. And the first one, the golden white bowl of light, is pure, deep, eternal love. Then comes gratitude. Then well-being. Gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, great prosperity, great wealth, great abundance, all of it unending. And we discover that it is the reflection of the gods that we all are in these bodies. At the top of this crystal light tower, we created so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees, as it's doing now, as it's flooding all of us, saturating all of us inside and out, head to toe, with the highest of the deepest, deepest, purest, purest, purest eternal love. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe. We are drops of this golden ocean. We also hold the essence of this golden ocean. The drops are the golden ocean are the drops. The only illusion is separation. We see our meditative sphere. It's at center circle. As we view it, some of us decide to step outside our physical form, our bodies, and hover effortlessly above them. If we're carrying physical form. Why do we do this? Because we can. Meditative sphere sets center circle as well. We created this sphere over 3.5 years ago. It holds all of our meditations, over 1,500 of them, in perpetual motion. This means that they are constant. They don't weaken. They don't disappear. They don't end. They are infinity, eternal. And with all the Googleplexes of all the light energy beings that are here right now in this meditation, from all avenues, consciously aware, flooding us all with the God that we are. This entire planet has been embraced, cocooned, and being showered with all of these highest of the highest high intent and meditation of the complete liberation of this planet. And because more and more of us are choosing to step within inside, to discover the gods that we truly are, not these bodies, and becoming more and more enlightened. And discovering that it is us that are making the changes of this planet. It is us, all of us, from all the galaxies, all the universes in existence, with the highest of the highest high and the deepest of the deepest deepest, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose. And an easy breath out through the mouth. Move easily and slowly. One of us, one individual who lives and vibrates to the energy of optimism and willingness to be non-judgmental of others will counterbalance the negativity of 90,000 of us who calibrate at the lower weakening levels. And while one individual who lives and vibrates to the energy of pure love and reverence for all of life will counterbalance the negativity of 750,000 of us who calibrate at the lower weakening levels. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and into the following morning. And we will return here, August 24th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday, to continue our global guided meditation